welcome to Fearless Upselling, unleashing the power of Evolved Office's content, marketing automation integration with AgentDealer to crush your competitors. Excited to show you the power of how our tools really perform amazing when you put them together. So it's whether you're upselling or prospecting. What you'll see today is a solution to really target your audience. Target is a key word. Generate qualified leads. Main words of the day are integration and automation. Okay, so what's the issue? What are the problems that people face today with doing marketing? Well, it's a full-time job. It's not something you could just do a few hours out of the day, and especially when you are going to do highly targeted marketing. So you got to go through contacts and your prospects, whether it's through AgentDealer, and you have to create targeted marketing. And you have to create a ton of content because every one of those campaigns or lists is going to need a different message. It really has to be today to get people to open your emails and read your messages. It really has to be written right to them, and you'll see how important that is. On top of that, you're going to have to send multiple messages. You can't just say, hey, I want to upsell this product and send out broadcast. Email marketing done today requires automations, properly move the client along a path that you want, right? So you want him to see certain messaging. You need tools to do that. And then identifying your leads. I know everybody's always suffered with leads, who's getting them, and making sure that those leads are segmented out. And then making sure your salespeople get those leads and follow up with them. It's time consuming. A lot of people rely on a shotgun type approach, and that's not necessary. Why? Because Evolved Office is integrated with AgentDealer, and this is an amazing solution. We're going to show you how the products work together today. First, we're going to show you kind of how to mine your data in AgentDealer to generate and create highly targeted marketing lists. I mean, the possibilities are really limitless, and it's just limited by the necessity that you have. You really can pivot off of any data. You can create campaigns and these are automated campaigns for customers whose leases are expired. Campaign for everybody who's not signed up for your MPS, or people you want to upsell your IT services or cybersecurity. So these are the type of campaigns that you'll build dynamically, but a little more on that later. And then we're going to show you how to develop drip marketing campaigns, journeys to move these clients and prospects through a series of messages in our tools, and then track and score all of the engagement because there's really nothing if you don't know who's clicking on what, right? So every engagement, every click, every open is lead scored, and it is back into your AgentDealer application. And then we'll show you how we generate automated workflows on your clients' thresholds that you set. You can automatically create tasks and deals for your sales reps to follow up on. So let's just dive in. I want to show you a little bit more about Evolved Office content side, so you understand when we go into AgentDealer, it'll make a little bit more sense. So Evolved Office is what we call a content marketing automation solution. We provide ready-to-go content, all the areas of your business, and you can select from our content, tailor your message. We take care of the localization. We offer content that covers pretty much every service area: MPS, document management, cybersecurity, ransomware, VoIP. You get the idea. We got content across every discipline, MSPs and MPS companies. So this is an example of what we call an e-shop. It provides insight into one particular area. You pick a piece from the library, and it is going to dynamically update with your logo and your brand colors and your social media links. When you hit, it's going to look something more like this, which is loading my branding. But you took that same piece, right? And now when you click the use button, it is going to load your logos and your graphics. It's going to load your social media buttons. Any of our content you can customize and make like your own. So another option you have, by the way, is, other than the targeted marketing pieces, is our EO newsletters. And this is where we have an extensive library, all those same categories you saw before, but we have articles and graphics to go along to create newsletters or one-off articles. But again, they're focused on the same disciplines: MPS, cybersecurity. Add fresh content every month. So there's new newsletters, new e-shots, new social posts every month. We are putting in brand new content, so you'll always see it's fresh. The module that we're particularly excited about, and I just want to give you a quick showing of this, is our EO video tool. And what it is that you can record a video of yourself, you see I'm doing that, and then share a screen and personalize the outreach. This tool is embedded in Evolved Office and can be added into your email marketing. So after you shoot that video, it creates a dynamic landing page. It's tied right to that video, and you can customize that page inside of Evolved Office. You can add CTAs to it or products to it, and then you can push that out to 1 or 1,000 people. It's great for a message from the president or to review a proposal with your client, so you can present it without just sending them a PDF of the proposal. I want you to understand kind of how our lead scoring works and dashboards. So no matter whether you're going to send an e-shot, a newsletter, or a video, all of your customers' engagements are going to be tracked and scored in our analytics, broken down into the categories that we've provided you, but also any custom categories that you want to create. So you're not locked into these categories. These are the categories that are telling how your marketing is doing across those categories. And then what we do is we lead score every click, every open, every document download. We lead score it so you know who's clicking on what and how interested those people are in that product or that service. Okay, now that you have an understanding of what Evolved Office does, and I know I went through that kind of quick, but ready to go marketing content across all the disciplines, how does it integrate? How does it work with AgentDealer? So what you're looking at right now is a kind of a still shot of Evolved Office inside of AgentDealer or as an app in AgentDealer. We have a workflow system built into Evolved, and based on those points, everything is pushed back into and lead scored off of these categories that you choose and workflows that you set. So you set the parameters of your campaign and you tell Evolved Office when to create a task or deal. And your tasks or deals are created from the content engaging with any of your content by opening and clicking on it. So you can set the creation of this for the different campaigns, and then you can choose whether or not you want to create a task and a deal, or a task or a deal, and assign it. And so you never have to go in and kind of find where are my leads coming from. We're going to do that for you with this workflow automation. You also have below what that lead scoring content is. That is a overall threshold for any time one of your contacts hits a certain point threshold in any category, a task or deal will be created. So the first one you were seeing is based on the campaign, and this is based on lifetime for that customer.
And Mark, while you are going through, a question did come in. I do believe you answered the question.
Sure.
But it says, how do you know who is engaging with my content?
Okay, so based on that last video that I just showed is how you set up when you want to be notified, but you will, everything in that dashboard at the beginning shows every single thing everybody has ever clicked on. That's all going to end up back inside of AgentDealer at the contact level. So you'll be able to go to a contact and actually see what things they've clicked on in the campaigns. So it all pushes all the way through, so the sales reps can see, you know, kind of what they're engaging with. And based off that workflow piece, you will that'll dynamically create either a task or a deal based on the settings built right here into the workflow. So what I'm actually doing is going in and telling the system, hey, which categories do I want to score on? I generally pick all, but I'm just showing them here. And then what do I want to create a task if somebody opens it, somebody clicks it, if somebody opens it and clicks it, or you can do it down here off of a set of points that they accrue in those categories, right? So that's really kind of what that first part does. And then the second part does it based on what they've clicked on overall lifetime. All right, so the next step, and this is where you define the group of lists that you want to send your campaign to. So you've got to go in and just create a campaign. I'm just going to take you through. It's a simple process. So let's say you wanted to run a campaign for end of lease for your customers. You just go in and you create a name called end of lease, and this bucket is going to hold this thing. This is like a holding bucket of either one list or multiple lists. So you can add a list to it, and then you can continue to add on top of it, or create workflows which automatically update this list, and your clients will be in it without you actually ever really having to do anything. And you need that for the next step, which is the real special sauce of what we've developed with Agent Dealer. Once your campaign's created, you're going to define the criteria for your search. So this is really just being about able to pivot off of any object or field and create filter of your clients, right? For instance, show me all of my customers where my leases will expire in the next 180 days. With a close-up of the filters, now I'm going to actually walk you through the data creation of a list. Like, how can you pivot off of the data in Agent Dealer to create these campaigns? So this is our filter contacts tool, and you're going to have the ability to create a filter off of any of those objects I showed you. For this example, I believe what I did is I created filter for clients whose leases are up in 180 days. So I'm going to choose to filter off the equipment object. So I'm choosing to filter off the lease expiration date where it's expiring in the next, anybody who has a lease that's expiring in the next 180 days. And I'm going to add a filter that I'm going to look at. I want to only see my leases that are below a certain amount of a certain dollar amount per month. So we're going to filter off of that field. So this is how more granular you can get with your filtering. I don't own a dealership, so I don't know everything that you are going to want to make dynamic campaigns for, but you can filter off of any field in any of the objects I showed you on that previous screen and create very, very customized lists. And this is the key. This is the key. The key is highly targeted, segmented marketing. So when you're delivering a message to your clients, it's something they're going to want to read. Whether it's their end of lease, whether it's a new product announcement, no matter what it is, you're going to be able to pivot off of it. And we're digging through to that data all the way inside of Agent Dealer. So you see here, we pivoted off of that monthly lease being less than $300 a month, and that is the list that we create. That list, once we created it, is now added to a campaign. What you work on and what you do inside of Agent Dealer is really filter out these contacts, create your marketing, add them to that campaign, which is now inside of Evolved Office. Campaigns become a starting point of a journey. If you see here this subscription list, that list is the list that came from Agent Dealer, is the starting point for a drip campaign for end of lease. And so what we've done here is just built out something to show you an idea of what you could do, but it's endless. You send them an email, you could send them a video, you could send them links to a survey, but this is what they're able to set how much time you want to go in between the emails. These can be set up so you're talking about 1 day or 1 week or 1 month, or a year. You could set these things to go on endless, creating any of those campaigns inside of Agent Dealer and then being able to push that data into Evolved Office.
Great, thank you, Mark. Another question did come in, and the question is, who do you see managing this? And then it goes on to say, ask, do other dealers have a specific person managing this?
Whoever's running your sales force for your company can learn this. Very, very simple. It's extremely intuitive, easy to use. We have probably 50-50 of our customers, 50% do it themselves, and 50% have us manage the marketing. But I can't really manage the creation of their lists. What we can do is help them to create and work with you guys to create workflows. So that's what really you end up doing is figuring out, what campaigns do I want to pivot off of and have start automatically, and then write a flow for that dynamically adds those people into those campaigns. We do it ourselves, and I'm not a programmer, and I can do it and I can create them. Or is like adding to the value of having the integration, and that's how you do your follow-up. If you're not following up, it really doesn't make sense to do any marketing. So the broadcast, if you go in there, you'll see that it shows you kind of all your lead scoring that's coming back into Agent Dealer. This is now back in your Salesforce org, right? So you can drill in here. Those are the people that are actually engaging with your content. and that's the lead scoring that's coming back in. But now what happens is that lead scoring is pushed through. Now you're at the contact level of Adeline Baker, and you'll be able to see her campaigns, and what she's selected, and then it automatically creates a task for you, reps dynamically based. If you see down here, it created a task and a follow-up for the rep, and it does the same thing for deals based on them hitting the point categories you set for deals. So now you can see this is the task that's been set up for Adeline Baker, how it was acquired, when there's a due date on it. We give you the ability to set a date in there. It should be followed up with in X amount of days, dynamically creating your tasks and deals for you with thresholds that you can set. So the use cases, they are really kind of endless. You can set up new customer drips, welcome letters and videos from the president, an FAQ piece, maybe a history of the company. So just these drip campaigns for new customers. We talked about the end of lease, but letting them know that their lease is expiring and putting them into a drip. You can target that. Upselling is easy, pivoting off your database to upsell your customers. This is all done through the filter tool. Targeting vertical markets is really amazing for this. Mine your data for who are my healthcare customers, who are my legal customers. Put together packages or specific drip campaigns for those people. And the beauty also is you can tailor your messages so it comes from each individual sales rep, which is much better than if it comes from a contact at your dealership like info at. So it comes as if each rep is sending it dynamically, and they don't have to go into the system to do that. Before ending the webinar, I want everybody to know just more than just marketing automation. Evolved Office, provides everything you need with just one platform, one login, one support team, all the content you need, one subscription, user-friendly interface, drop and drag editor, the lead scoring. Just reach out to us. We'd love to kind of show you what we're doing. And thank you very much.
Question, how will AI or is AI integrated with this product?
Oh boy. See, you want me to spill the special sauce now. It is already in development, just creating the APIs and our tools and our workflow. We're not far away. So I've been working with AI for probably 3 years now, different applications. And, we knew that, content creation was going to get to the point where you really needed to understand that software. So we will have a really, really nice integration with AI to create. Basically, you can pivot off of our content and recreate. So take this, rewrite it for me, geo-target it back to my area and target it at attorneys. So you'll use the content that we create for coming up with the ideas and laying some things down. But then if you want to rewrite it, you'll be able to just click go and ChatGPT will do the rest. I'm sorry.
Wonderful. And one more question. How many dealers are on this program?
On Evolved Office, we probably have around 350, 400 companies on the platform. AgentDealer, Salesforce integrations. We probably have about 35, 40 dealers using AgentDealer and Salesforce together.
Another question. You do A/B testing with this product?
We don't have built-in A/B testing. We have a workaround to do it. Most of these platforms have it. It's something that's been on our roadmap. And whoever asked that question, please have them send me an email. We could talk about that.
That sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah. So listen, anybody who's stuck around for all of this, we are happy to talk to you about getting you set up on Evolved Office. If you want to do the integration with AgentDealer, we would have to speak to them about how we would go through that as far as a testing phase. But if you wanted to see Evolved Office and decide if you even wanted to go to the next step and integrating it, we'll set you up with a free 30-day account and we'll fully onboard you like you bought it.
One more did come in. I believe you answered this almost at the very beginning, but can I create my own content?
Yeah, so inside of each one of those project areas, whether it's an article or graphics or anything, everything can be created right from scratch. You don't have to use our content. You don't even have to use our template. So you can use the platform and bring in your own content fresh and just create your own stuff. And most people use our templates at the very least and then pop their own content in there.
Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, you can email us at support@evolvedoffice.com or call us at 954-903-7900.